Hey, alright, shalom, shalom. I want to start talking about giving all glory on the praise and fear to Him, Father. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also, the bonus apostle and elder great millstone who do well, who are the heads of the house of David, the Bible to adult, the 144,000, like on his earth, the brothers, wisdom, understanding, knowledge, sincerity, and truth. YAHAWAH being a true name of God of Israel, YAHAWASHI being your ignorant called Jesus Christ, which your only true name is YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM meaning in the name of, and QADASH, translated Spirit, Holy Spirit. Shalom, Abrakim, Abraham, Shayasharala, peace and blessings to the whole collective nation Israel. So we're back in again today with another video, and this one's going to be called a man's, even his enemies to be at peace with him, okay? And thus saying that, there's a little backstory to this, okay? So I have this job, right? And at this job, you know, the department head of my department, you know, he fucking hates me. He completely hates me, you know, because I used to fuck around during the summertime and not go to work, things of that nature. But it was just because, you know, I have something called FMLA, you know, Federal Mandate Leave Act or something like that. Family or something like that. Family Medical Leave Act or something like that. Anyways, so for my back, because, you know, I'm constantly picking up heavy bosses in that nature, but I had 12 weeks, and I kind of blew through all the 12 weeks, you know, because I wasn't sitting there doing that bullshit during the summertime, because, you know, it's bullshit, you know. They had us working like 10 days, 13 days, 6 days straight type shit, you know. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that bullshit, you know. But so on and so forth, you know, it developed into a hatred, you know, from my boss, you know, which it's not just the boss, but the boss, you know, like the department head, you know, which he has a boss over him, you know, but you know, he just hates me, right? But recently, you know, I've been going to work and I've been, you know, doing numbers, you know, like the Lord's put on my spirit to, you know, just keep on pushing and, you know, just going to work and, you know, putting my best foot forward and trying my hardest to, you know, do what I got to do to maintain a good little average with them. And, you know, I'm really one of the hardest workers there at the moment, you know, and I suppose that they've seen that, you know, and I suppose, you know, well, I've been getting a lot of hours lately because I've been helping out another section, you know, and that section been fucked up, you know, it's another part of the warehouse or whatever. And so starting Saturday, you know, actually, let me backdrop to the story. Like 3 days ago, the department head called me in the office, and he was like, "Hey, look, have you seen that you've been doing, you know, good and so on and so forth? We need you to go to it's a produce. It's called produce, all right? And you know, they produce, like, you know, tomatoes, you know, mangoes and bananas and all that shit, thyme and so on and so forth, which you pick up and put on the pallet over there, onions and whatever, you know, produce, okay? We need you to go to produce starting Saturday till further notice." I was like, shit, and they'll say less, and that's a good thing because, you know, I'm getting paid for all the hard work I do in my actual section, but I really don't gotta do shit in that section I'm gonna be in, you know. I only gotta do an 80, you know, and to put in perspective, I do like a 170 to 180, you know, kind of guy, you know. Today I did like 150 because my body was just hurting me, but you know, that's still a lot, okay? So put in perspective, I'm really gonna get paid a lot to do nothing, okay? And the enemy, okay, and treated me well, you know, and it was due to the, you know, the favor that YAHAWASHI bestowed on me, you know, at that certain time, you know, Lord's will, you know, the favors bestowed on me, you know, towards salvation as well. This is in Proverbs 16:7, "What a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him," okay? You know, better is little with righteousness than great revenues without, you know. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord Yahweh directed his step. Yeah, okay, so when I walked in the office, I thought my ass was in trouble because they had one of the managers, and she's sitting there looking at me, and then you had, you know, the department head, and they're looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I thought, you know, maybe some shit happened, and you know, I don't know what the fuck. I was like, what the hell's going on? You know, I was about to start, you know, YAHAWASHI delivering me, you know? But, no, it turns out, you know, they're fucking with me, man, you know, and it's, the Lord really had it set up so perfectly, okay, the way how everything started planning out and turning out, that, like, look, man, you know, they were fucking with me. Heavy, they were fucking with me, man, you know. It was to the point where I was like, damn, like, really? You know, because they did this shit last year, and the lectures were gone last year for months, literally months. Like, for like 6-7 months, these niggas were gone. All right, so I'm really gonna get paid to do nothing for the Lord's will, a long extended period of time, okay? Long as hell, just doing nothing all day long, all right? It says, is a Sirach 12 verse 2. My son, if thou hast come to service the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart upright, and constantly endure. Yeah, because my boss used to give me fucking hell every time he see me. Hey man, it's nice seeing you around here. You know, it's like you're a ghost. And so he would get on my case. Okay, even the managers would treat me like shit because I wasn't showing up to work. You know, they'd be like, you know. And part of the reason why I didn't, because I would get my 40 and I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna show up the rest of the week because shit, nigga, I already got the 40. Like, the fuck, I'm not gonna slave, you know. But it is what it is, because the schedule, if I show you my schedule is fucked up, I only have 4 days off this month. You know, besides me putting a vacation to hang out with a brother, you know, I only have 4 days off this month. There's 31 days in the month of January, by the way. So that's why I would call out, okay? Keep that in mind. It says, set thy heart upright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Okay, and that last end we're hoping for is with salvation, but the Heavenly Father, he will increase us, you know, in our journey, okay? But, you know, you got to go through trials and tribulation. You got to go through, you know, things, okay, in order for you to receive, okay, what you're hoping for, okay? You know, whatever, you know, you're praying for, you know, the Heavenly Father's going to put you to that test, okay? It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient without our change to a low estate. Yeah, because like I said, the nigga hated me for how long? Okay, and that's a low estate. Okay, when the department head hates you, okay, that is something crazy. Okay, he legitimately he can't even say anything to me now. See, my whole department is treating me so well because I'm one of their best performers. I'm literally the second best person, okay, in the department. And that's no exaggeration. I'm literally the second best person in the department. All right, and I show up to work every single day. So what do you think they're gonna? Nah, you know. And some of the people who the fastest guy, you know, he really doesn't show up to work like that anymore. Okay, so they ain't treat him bad. Okay, but the Lord, okay, put on their spirit to treat me well. Okay, call BAHASHAM. For gold is trying to fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee, or thy way upright, and trust in him. Okay, yeah, so you gotta trust in the Lord, because if you're not trusting the Lord, okay, then you're faithless, okay, and faith without works is dead. Okay, so I had to put in, you know, mixing the faith with work, because I really didn't know how I was gonna get out of this situation. Because another good thing about this is that all my disciplinary levels, okay, at work fall off in 2 months. Lord's will, I don't catch any within those 2 months, because even look, the errors and shit, okay, so you have a certain number of errors, okay, you can get, okay, within that month, okay, 7 errors to every, like, how many cases you have, okay, and every 1,000 cases that you, let's say, for instance, an order could be 354 cases. That one order can take 41 minutes, okay, 45 minutes, okay. Thus saying that, okay, if you have an error in any of those 400 and something cases, okay, then it's going to take you 1,000 cases to get that off. And if you get 7 errors and it's a disciplinary action, okay, they're going to write you up, and you know, it's going to go on your case, okay, so on and so forth. But every case drops off in like 6 months, okay. So in 2 months, okay, all my cases are about to drop off, and I'm about to be a free man, which means I can move to a whole nother department. Okay, I plan on moving to a whole nother department, Lord's will. You know, if shit's not hitting the fan at the moment, then I will go to another department to go work, to get the fuck away from the department I'm in, you know. So believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way upright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Okay, yeah, go not aside, lest ye fall. Okay, because if you don't trust in the Lord, if you don't put your trust in the Lord, then you're gonna fall, because you're leaning upon your what? Your own understanding. Okay. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Okay, and there's rewards leading up to the big reward, which is salvation, the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Because even with you know, when he would sign me up for shit, and you know, because they would target me. Okay, my job would literally target me, but now they can't target me because they need me. Okay, and that goes to the point of you knowing your wealth, okay, or you knowing how much you cost, okay. Your job, you know, you really, you know how I say this. We have YAHAWASHI, so the person you do have a good job, you get fired. Well, guess what? You know your wealth. You understand what? Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Okay, even the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, so us knowing, okay, that even us knowing just, you know, the truth, okay, Like I said, but me knowing I'm like the second fastest person within this apartment, these niggas need me, okay? So they're entreating me well because I show up to work. They're entreating me well, okay? Because the Lord is putting it on their spirit to entreat me well, you see? It says, ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh shall hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at your nation of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord Yahweh was confounded, or any abide in his hearing was mistaken, or whom did ever despise that called upon him. For the Lord Yahweh is full of compassion, mercy, and long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Yeah, because if I show you my schedule right now, Akim, you would see some strong affliction, okay? Because these niggas are putting the whip, okay, to my motherfucking back, okay, with the work schedule, basically. Is we understand what the word employee means slave. So, you're working for these jobs, you're really a modern day slave, all right? It says, rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise, okay? When I sit in darkness, the Lord Yahawah shall be a light unto me, okay? So, our enemies, okay, they might rejoice right now, okay? But he had no choice but to entreat me well. He had no choice, okay, but to recognize, okay, the hard work that Yahweh Shai put on my spirit to do for that company, okay? And now, okay, I'm starting to see, the fruits, okay? Because like I said, I'm really going to be doing really nothing for months. Fucking nothing, all right? And I could get paid the same amount I get paid before. I go to this new department, okay? I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahawah because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Okay, the Lord's going to execute judgment for us, okay? So granted, okay, this nigga's treating me well. He's still going to get judged, okay? Because he basically made my life a living hell, okay, while I was working for Publix, okay? While I'm still working for Publix as well. Execute judgment for me. He will bring forth to the light. I will say, I shall behold his righteousness. Yeah, okay. So we're, and a part of me one day, I know they're gonna throw me levels. I really want to put the wicked gnash upon the just with his teeth. Okay, because I knew they talk shit about me before I stopped going to work and so on and so forth. But it was like, damn, bro, like, niggas are slaving me, So it's like, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. But now it is what it is. I just gotta deal with it. But I like I said, the dude doesn't like me, but he has no choice but to entreat me because Yahweh is putting it on his spirit to do so. This is Psalm 69 verse 6. Let not them that wait on the Lord wait on thee, O Yahawah of hosts, be ashamed for my sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded for my sake, O power of Israel. You see? So those who come after us, those who hate us secretly, or have vendettas against us, and hold is very vindictive. Okay, I guess you can use that word. Okay, they hold on to shit, and they'll find any which way to hold it against you. Okay, they're going to be confounded. Okay, because really we're blameless. Okay, in the eyes of Yahweh Shemashah. You think Yahweh Shemashah care about no fucking job? Okay, Yahweh Shemashah don't care about no damn $1 billion company. Okay, the only thing Heavenly Father cares about is seeing his son rule and his elect, okay? We're being honest, okay? It says, because of thy sake, I've borne reproach, shame have covered my face. I have become a stranger unto my brethren and an alien unto my mother's children. Yeah, because when people see us, they see the light, but they hate the light. They don't know what the hell to do, okay? So we're strangers unto them, okay? And we have to deal with the reproach that we get, okay, from that, okay? Because us in our right minds, we're like, who the fuck wants to slave for that much? And we granted, my job, it makes great money, but it's really a slavery aspect to my job, and people don't understand it. Okay, especially in Northern Kingdom, Jake is just happy being a fucking slave. I'm looking at it like, damn, nigga, like you niggas, these niggas be competing over. Like, yeah, I got like 70 hours this week, bruh. Which I've been pulling a lot of hours. I'm not gonna lie, but I have something I want to buy and so on and so forth. Okay, but I understand the difference between putting my heart and soul and mind to work okay, and actually putting my heart and mind and soul into something that actually is going to last, okay, something that's actually true riches. Isaiah 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge should be able to be that time and strength, salvation, and fear of the Lord YAHAWASHI's treasure. Okay, fear of the Lord and follow the law, such commandments, okay, to the best of your ability. Okay, that's true riches. Okay, know to break down to your scriptures. That's true riches. Okay, and that's something that most people cannot see. Okay, and cannot grasp and was not given unto them. It's in Psalms 36 verse 11. Let not the foot of the pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There are workers of iniquity fallen, they are cast down and shall not be able to rise. Yeah, okay, so granted this nigga was trying to, basically, get me. There's a point in time where this nigga was about to fire me, okay? In fact, the sanitation nigga told me, because they have a list of my job, okay? And I was number one on that list. They were fucked up that night. So they didn't fire me. They let me stay, okay? Like, we were really fucked up. And it just happened to be, my name ain't on the list no more. But why is that? Because, I remember, because I called out the next, 3-4 days, okay, with the FMLA, okay, because I knew that all my levels fell off, you see, within those 3 days. So I said, fuck it, I'm not showing up to work so these niggas to fire me. So I used my FMLA all those 3 days, okay, and I popped to work on that Monday or whatever, and then I was like, hey, what's up? Every shit was renewed, kind of, okay, refreshed, okay, and I was straight, okay. But now, Lord's will, I have a different way of getting rid of the loaves that I got, and the Lord provided me a way to do that, okay, if we're still here, that is, But nigga try to get me fired and so on and so forth. All right, so we're gonna be seeing the downfall of our enemies, okay, not the other way around, okay. But at the moment, okay, you gotta be wise as serpent, harmless as a dove. So, be kind to these people, and treat them well, and you will get treated well by them as well, okay? I could say, fuck the nigga in his face, fuck you, nigga, but that's not wise, okay? Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, you see? But that's what I have today, Akim. Hope this was edifying, and hopefully, brought a, upliftment in your spirit, and then you learn something. All right, but with that, I want to say, Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH, and Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Shalom.